guys, welcome back to the channel. So here we've got the tank. Hasn't really been much progression on it since the last video. Basically I'm waiting on the ATAK Zimmerit kit come in so I can apply that Zimmerit coating. But in the meantime I have just been breaking parts off the parts tree, getting those cleaned up and painted, things like that. So until the ATAK comes, I am kind of at a standstill with the build. I am wanting to fit the tracks, but I'm not sure whether I'm going to be painting the whole bottom of the hull again yet with the arms and stuff like that. So I still don't want to add those. So in the meantime, all I can really do is just carry on like painting parts, getting those ready and stuff like that. I will show you some of the parts I've already done. There's the turret, which is going to need etching. From the last one I'd put the wheels on, since took them off, got those etch primed and painted in the light sand as I've done the hull. There's still the gun barrel to etch and get that painted. But as you can see, it is starting to look a lot more like a tank. If I glue those parts on, it's pointless because of the Zimmerit. Yeah, we've got loads of little parts all done, all the ropes, the tools, stuff like that. Still do have the little man to paint up and just a couple of other little bits. And I'm probably going to have to work the Zimmerit around that somehow, because I'd built, glued and painted that before I decided. And like I say, the tracks, I don't know if to install those yet. So yeah, I'm just going to keep on doing the painting bits. I've had to order a couple more tins of TS46, the light sand, then I can finish the wheels and those. I just ran out. Any info on electronics would be much appreciated on what to run in this, by the way, with it being dual motor and a tank. Upon going through the manual, these like darker shades, this is where Zimmerit's going to be applied, and on there. So it's like I've built this little thing up, the light, the gun barrel thing there I've painted, but then I can't do any more really until I get the Zimmerit on there. Same down here. So I've painted all the accessories and stuff to go on. Again, Zimmerit, more Zimmerit. I'm unsure on them panels. It's not showing anything else for Zimmerit, but I know on the Zimmerit kit there looks to be things that will be replaced. So I'm a bit unsure until the Zimmerit actually comes in. Got those done, but then Zimmerit again there, and then there's just the little guy in the gun to paint really. I've got the instructions there for that. I don't really know what else to do with this build until the Zimmerit comes in, other than the painting. I know it's a bit of a mishmash video, but I have had to actually come out into my garden to do this. Well, I had to, but the sun's out. It's freezing cold, but the sun's out. That's the main thing. It's a nice day in England again. So if it's a bit all over the place, I do apologise. So a thing I suppose I could be getting on with now is I am going to etch prime this gun barrel. You get a aluminium one, aluminum one, depending on whether you're from here or the States. And there was also a plastic option one actually in the kit, which is sand coloured. So I won't be using that, may as well use this aluminium one. Actually feels heavier out the packet now than when it was in. It's a lovely little thing. It's going to be a shame to should we say scuff this up a bit now to prep it for etch prime and get it all cleaned up, because it's going to want some very fine grit over there just so the etch can bite. It's going to be a shame. It'd be nice just to keep that actually on the tank as a nice shiny gun, but it is what it is. And then when the sand comes, the other Tamiya tins, we can get that painted up when we do the rest of the tank. So I have noticed as well while going through this, there are a couple of little bits which I am possibly going to get away with just sticking into place, like these where there's no paint required and stuff, on the areas where there isn't going to be any Zimmerit. I don't want to apply the tools yet, because when I come to paint the whole thing again, I'm going to end up spraying all the tools and stuff like that, and I don't want to do that. So it's just not quite as shiny anymore. Oh well, let's get it etch primed. I got the gun barrel primed, that's there, and the mantlet built up and stuff. Is it the mantlet? Anyway, I opted for the tank number 132 mantlet, which I think is the Polish one. There's just, I don't like the spots on the German one. I don't know why, I'm not a fan of the look of it for some reason. So I am going to go with the Polish livery camo. I'm new. We got the odds and sods painted up and tools and stuff. There's still a lot more to do and pick out details. Like the more I look at pictures of tanks online and things like that, there's more that I come across, like these rail things, rods. So I might be able to tell me what those are within this like chain. They're like red off burnt orange, rusty looking colour from what I can see in the pictures. So I'm just on with changing those out now. I've had to cut the nip out and get a couple of different paints which I didn't have. So I'm going to keep picking out details throughout the build. Waiting on some more TS46, like I said, the sand. Then I can get all that done, because I am going to have to prime it all once the Zimmerit's here. Get the Zimmerit on, prime it, and then paint it again back to the sand colour. Pick out the details and then look into weathering and stuff. So I've gone through the manual and it's showing nothing for Zimmerit on these armour panelled parts which go on the side of the tank. So I can get those primed in the meantime. Everything here requires Zimmerit, and I have attached other bits to the upper part of the hull, the tank body here, and glued those in place. So I'll give you a closer look at that. Wheels completed, and I am quite happy with how it's looking so far. I would like to go crazy and go absolute full function with it, but it is just basically a load for my truck. But I want it to look like right, or the best I can with my very minimum tank knowledge. So yeah, it was more of an update on it until I get the Zimmerit, which is really like slowing me down a lot. But I do thank you for tuning in and watching anyway. If you're not already subscribed, do feel free to subscribe and go back to the beginning of the playlist and catch it up from the beginning. So until next week, when I should hopefully have the Zimmerit and definitely have the paint, we can start moving on a bit more with it. But yeah, for now, thanks for watching guys. Ciao for now.